Hi, this is Tam Wendell with BushcraftOnFire, and today we're going to be doing another section on cooking. The topic today is mashed potatoes, and I'm going to show you the versatility of using potato flakes in an outdoor setting. Potato flakes, mashed potatoes, can be picked up at virtually any grocery store, and I know many of the viewers even are faced with the tough economic times that we're living in, and many people rely on food banks to be able to get their supplies, and that's an incredible blessing. And one of the main staples that food banks give is powdered milk and potato flakes. Now these are awesome things to have, and I'll show you different things that we can do today with the potato flakes. First of all, if you look at the package here, I picked up this box for 89 cents. It'd be really wise in every city they have discount shopping places. The place we shop at here in Missouri is called Shetler's, and we're able to pick up a lot of our staples at this discount resale grocery store. Do make sure you always check your expiration date. What can you do with it other than your plain boring potatoes? Well, if you're following the directions on the package, follow them along. You can add things like mayonnaise, sour cream, chives, onions, whatever ingredients you have inside your home. But what about outdoors? Well, outdoors you can use the flakes to coat small game, coat fish, and while cooking with them for extra flavor, you can use your choice of bouillon inside of your water. That adds really nice flavor to them. You can use them to thicken soup. You can use them to make biscuits. You can use them to make bread. So I was going to show you a few different ways where inexpensively you can prepare delicious meals. The first thing that I would like to show you is a way to make soup with your mashed potatoes. Now I've already started, for sake of time. In this cup here I mixed powdered milk. Now I could have used our own fresh goat milk or cow milk, but for sake of showing you that it does work with ingredients that you can have in your home, just mix up a couple of cups of powdered milk with water, and I also added a bit of bouillon into the water. Now I'm going to be taking my milk and I'm going to put it into my canteen. The next ingredient is going to be, these are home canned wild greens, a bit of dock mixed with poke and lamb's quarters. So we're going to add some of that into the soup. That's a good seal. So this is the greens. And for good measure, we'll add some of the broth as well. Now we're going to take this over to the campfire, and we're going to bring it to a boil and show you how to make potato soup. Meet you at the fire. Alright, here we have it sitting over our fire. We've got a bed of coals building up, not too much flame, and all we have in it so far is our 2 cups of water with milk powder, some vegetable bouillon, some home canned greens with a bit of the broth off the greens, and we're going to be bringing this to a boil. My handy contraption was a gift to us from Jason Lowry, the blacksmith who's done a few knives on other videos, and it's come in great handy out here. So we're going to wait for this one to come back to a boil, and then we'll show you, once we're at a boil, what the next step is. Okay, while the soup is boiling, I'm also going to show you how you can make some mashed potato biscuits to go along with your soup. And to show you that anybody can do this, you don't have to have a written recipe. I'll just show you how, without any recipe, we can do this. If we take flour, and by the way, if you shop at these discount stores, you can pick up flour. This is 5.5 pounds of flour for less than $2.50, and a loaf of bread in a grocery store can cost up to $3. Note This is a measuring cup, but it has nothing to do with the measurement. The idea is you put in your amount of flour. If that's the amount of flour you've chosen in your bowl, then just take your flakes and add about 1/3 of the amount in potato flakes. Now what I do is I just take a little bit of butter and I mix that in, a couple shakes of salt, and a little bit of baking soda. Be careful with baking soda because I've tasted baking soda biscuits where you may as well just bake the box of baking soda. Take it easy with baking soda. So this is a 1/4 teaspoon. So just to show you for this amount, that's good enough. So I put that in. I'm mixing this up. Then just using water, I'm going to add until I can knead this with my fingers. You don't want it to add too much water, then you'll keep having to add flour to it. Now I'm just kneading up the dough. I can probably add just a little spot more water to use up my flour. Now just working that flour in until you get a smooth ball of dough. Now we've got our dough nicely kneaded. I'm going to break the dough in half, and I'll break that part in half again, and just sort of flatten yourself out. Make a little ball, flatten it out, make a biscuit. Another little biscuit. And take foil, pop the foil over, and these biscuits are ready to go on the fire along with our soup. So I'll meet you back at the fire again. Now I'm going to take this little package and just set it here over the coals to cook while our soup's coming to a boil. Now you don't want to use hot coals, you don't want to burn the soup, and I'm going to use a spoon that my husband made while he was out in California for one of our daughters, and I'll be using that to keep this soup moving until we get it to a boil. We're almost there. I can see bubbles forming on the top. Okay, as you can see, our broth has come to a boil, so now it's time to take that off of the heat. We'll just move that over here, and our biscuits are still setting here on the coals, and I'll show you what to do with this soup. Okay, I've taken the biscuits off the fire so that I can turn them. As you can see, they're browning up nicely. And we'll put them where there's not a lot of flame. And now moving over to the soup, I'm just taking my potato flakes and I'm adding these flakes, and I'll just keep stirring.